myself and my beautiful mom. And I love nothing more in the winter time than being outside in the yard with my wellies, mushing through the leaves, because there was a big oak wood up the top, and it used to blow the leaves down across the yard. And I was out there one evening about 4, half 4, and it was getting dark, winter time. And I'm mushing along, and suddenly there was another pair of legs right in front of mine. We're right out in the country now. And I got the fright of my life. And I looked up, and there was the strangest looking man you've ever seen. He had long white curly hair and a long white curly beard. Nobody looked like that in Ireland. And I got the fright of my life, and I ran in home to Mum. And I said, Mum, there's a fierce, queer-looking old devil outside. And she said, is it such a one? I said, no, it's not anyone. She said, who does it look like? I said, he looks like, well, actually, he looks like Moses. And because we had no family Bible with all the painters from the Renaissance, there's a famous old Bible, beautiful paintings of the Old Testament. And he looked for all the world like Moses. So she'd just come over to the door, and she said, like any decent Irish woman, she said, would you like a cup of tea? So he came in and he sat down, and he didn't say a word first, and then he has the tea and some food, and then he started to talk. And his talk was the strangest talk you ever heard. He was heading across the universe in search of some sweetheart that he had lost in his youth. And he was going to find her, by God, he was going to find her. He heard she was in some distant galaxy, and he was going there. He was just stopping up for a bit of food along the way, you know. And then as soon as he had his food, he never said thanks or goodbye, and he just got up and shuffled away off out the door, and he was gone. And at Mass, after Mass on Sunday, Mom was there, I was there with her. All the ladies on. Did anyone see a very strange look? I did. Did he come to you? I did. Did you feed him? I did, of course. Didn't he have a very strange way of talking? One of them said, indeed, he did, a very strange way of talking. Did anyone catch his name? And my mother said, his name is Moses. And so the name stuck. The name stuck, and we'd be going to school in the bus, and we'd look out, and he'd be shuffling away along the road. We'd go, Moses! We'd go like this, you know. The poor old man, he was around for maybe a couple of months. And as suddenly as he had come amongst us, Moses disappeared. We never saw him again. About 20 or 30 years later, I'm living in Australia, and I'd been home on holidays, and I'm coming back out, and I had a book of Yeats' poems. And I ran across a poem called The Song of the Wandering Aengus. And I said, this is Moses. He must have met my Moses. This is Moses. This is what he was on about. It's exactly him. And then I realized, oh no, there'd have been about an 80 or a 90-year discrepancy. So it couldn't have been Moses. Or could it? I went out to the hazel wood because a fire was in my head, and cut and peeled a hazel wand, and hooked a berry to a thread. And when white moths were on the wing, and moth-like stars were flickering out, I dropped the berry in the stream, and caught a little silver trout. And when I laid it on the floor, and went to blow the fire aflame, something rustled on the floor. Someone called me by my name. It had become a shimmering girl with apple blossom in her hair, who called me by my name and ran and faded in the brightening air. Though I am old with wandering through hollow lands and hilly lands, I will find out where she is gone, and kiss her lips and take her hand, and walk among long dappled grass, and pluck till time and times are done, the silver apples of the moon, the golden apples of the sun. William Butler Yeats.